Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for Libra season Gemini. It's so good to see you guys again. Welcome back. How you been? As you guys know, we will be taking a look at the general energy that you can expect for Libra season. This is going to be reading for October. But of course, you know, energy is fluid, so when this message finds you, that's when it needs to be heard. We're going to talk about the general energy, but then we'll go through and then talk about the cards in terms of love and then also in terms of the career and manifestation as well. As always, in the description box, you will find songs that came through in the days, weeks leading up to doing your reading. So be sure to check those out for some more insights into the Libra season energy. And lastly, there will be no extended for Libra season. All right, let's take a look at your cards. Powerful. Okay. Let me tell you, a lot's going on here in Libra season for you guys. Now let's go ahead and talk about this. Okay. Now, overall energy here, we have the Lovers, Gemini energy coming up strong here for Libra season. And what is this about? I feel that Libra season for you guys is about It's about you. It's about what you guys want. It's about you really coming to terms, coming face to face with some harsh truths, coming to terms with what it really is, Gemini. The simple truth, the matter of fact is what I'm hearing here. I feel like there is something that has been escaping you, something that has been slipping through your hands in some capacity, and it's been a great source of pain. And it's something that you feel you should be able to handle. It's something that you feel you were just born to take care of. So it's something that you could otherwise, you always thought or believed that you had a handle on whatever this is that you guys are experiencing. And I feel that you're having a heart-to-heart here in Libra season. Energetically, you could be dealing with a fire sign or an earth sign. It could be a Libra, a Capricorn, a Cancer, a Pisces, or an Aries. But it's looking like the situation is calling for strength. The situation is calling for endurance. And I feel like there needs to be some forgiveness somewhere. There were some feelings that were hurt in some capacity here. And I think that there are many people involved in the situation. And the situation is calling for balance, it's calling for alignment, and it is calling for truth. I feel like there's been a lot of games that have been getting played here, and there's been a lot of, there's been a lack of clarity. And Libra season is wanting to break that construct down. It's wanting to air out the dirty laundry. It's wanting everything to be accepted for what it is so that it can then be changed into something better. There's a huge emphasis here on communication, and that being the key to see. I feel like that's the energy that you guys are in right now. So it's like you want to talk about your feelings. But there is some apprehension, there is some hesitation. There is very much a look before you leap kind of energy, just kind of being a little bit apprehensive or just wanting to know what's coming around the corner when whatever it is that someone wants to say here is said. And perhaps not knowing what's going to happen when the chips fall is something that is striking a bit of fear in you, but also there is this kind of knowing that you guys have that it is something that needs to be done, and because there's something that just isn't working, there's something that just needs to be healed. Something that you guys are fed up with. There is an illusion here of some kind that Libra season is drawing your attention to, and we're talking about cardinal air. We're talking about the push that you guys are getting to express yourself. You guys are very good at handling the energy that comes in, and evolving into whatever the situation requires so that you get your point across, so that you are not getting lost in the sauce, if that makes sense. But Libra season here, it's looking like is wanting you to assume the role of the initiator. And the reason that is because there are some chains that someone needs to break. I feel that someone wants to be forgiven for the vices that they have. And someone also wants to forgive. Look at the optics of this. If you guys are dealing with an earth sign, this bond is something that is very strong, but for however strong it is also a source of pain. Something that could be potentially toxic or intoxicating, because the love here is so potent, the attraction is here, but there's an itch that hasn't been scratched. There's something that's left to be desired here. The situation is imbalanced. And it's like the only thing that is keeping it together is the strength of the bond, and also what looks like promises. Promises that something will be rewarded, that even though the situation is stagnant, or even though something feels as though it's not moving, there's a promise here that there is a chance at a fulfilling future. Now, I feel that you guys may be getting tired of waiting, because there's a need here that is not being met. But it's almost like the cards, it's almost like that Libra season energy is saying that there's something here that is not ready. There's something that needs to be acknowledged. There's still some kind of truth that needs to be known. There's still some kind of truth that needs to be acknowledged. And it's in giving yourself over to that evolution of perspective, that you're able to reintroduce balance into whatever this is. I know this sounds, the general energy is sounding pretty vague, but let's go ahead and talk about this in terms of love. So like I said, you guys could be dealing with a fire sign or an earth sign. Once again, it could be a Leo, a Capricorn, it could be a Cancer, a Pisces, or an Aries. But this feels like something that is fated. This feels like your counterpart, almost like your twin. And I feel that the effort is something here that is unstable. And someone has been waiting to express something, someone has been waiting to give something, someone has been waiting to speak up. But I feel like someone here feels like they've been getting lied to, and there are feelings here that are hurt. I'm hearing sold a dream. Someone feels like they were sold a dream. And you know those moments when you have like this really crazy dream and you wake up and you're like, what the hell was that? Like, what did that even mean? Was it all a game? Was it all really real? Did that just really happen kind of thing? Or is there some deeper meaning to what you just saw? Our dreams definitely are a reflection of what our subconscious is doing. So if you've been having some nightmares, perhaps it's because guys, I won't pretend to be a psychiatrist or some kind of like, you know what I mean, or anything like that. But I don't know. I can only speak from personal experience and me just really trying to analyze my own dreams and really recognizing the patterns, you know. The patterns that they are a reflection of my own life experience. Where am I going with this? Okay, so Gemini, I feel as though someone here needs to wake up. Someone is going through a kind of awakening about what needs to be done, about what steps need to be taken, and what needs to change. And it looks like it is for the sake of healing. It's for the sake of moving forward. You or the person that you're dealing with feels as though they have been not giving enough or not getting enough in some capacity. There is a fire sign that I feel that you guys are interested in. You know, we were kind of picking up on that in the August reading as well. But I feel like there is a sense of unknown here. I feel like there's a message that is just waiting to be sent. And there's something that is needed here. Like, it's like someone needs a push to get their point across. Someone needs a push to express themselves. But there's a decision here that needs to be made about what the heart wants and what is no longer working, and there needs to be an embracing of the challenging steps that need to be taken to make it work. If there's a conversation that is coming here, it's looking like there's going to be some bravery that is needed. But it looks like there is one that this conversation is one that is overdue. Now, in terms of the career, Gemini, what we have here is there's something that you guys are passionate about, something that you guys have been working very hard on, but I feel like it is draining you. And you're really just having to tap into your energy reserves to just keep going because there's a goal that you have in mind. You're trying to stick to the vision. And what's happening here is that it's important that you guys stay the course, because I do feel that you are so close that you can almost taste it. It's like you're almost there, and because that's where your focus is, it's like there's a heavy emphasis on perseverance, and it's like that reward it's something that is going to be given to you. I do think that there is good news that is coming in here, and your future looks good in terms of the career. So if there is a project that you guys have been working on, something that you've been really wanting to make some kind of headway on, or just see some kind of payoff, it looks good. Because the Chariot does represent a victory after something that was very arduous, something that has been challenging. And I feel that you guys have been steadfast, you guys have been dedicated, and it leads to a dream being fulfilled here. Let's go ahead and grab an oracle for you guys here next. I had the opportunity to speak with an author today. She's been writing for decades, and it was a really fascinating conversation. And one of the questions I asked her, it felt a little bit like an interview, but one of the questions that I asked her, I asked her, how do you manage to just get out of the way of your creations and really let your work take center stage so that you can get through it? I was just trying to get a handle on what her process was. And she said something to me that I'm reminded of in your reading here, that you really can't get too caught up in constantly editing yourself and constantly, like when you are writing a book, when you're writing a novel, it really doesn't bode well for you to constantly be trying to edit as you're going, because you'll never finish, or you'll just constantly feel like it's never right, or you'll just constantly feel that it's not matching up with your vision, and there are just constant setbacks. And the piece of advice that she gave to me that I want to share with you guys tonight as well is, if there is something that you guys are working on in terms of your career, something that you guys are working towards, or if there is a connection or a relationship that you guys are wanting to see manifest, challenge yourself not to over edit too much as you're working through it, so that you don't get discouraged and you're able to see something through to the end. That's, also the energy that's coming off of this Capricorn card, is because Capricorns are very good at finishing the job. They have the staying power, they have the vision. But they also have the work ethic. You guys have been dreaming big in several areas of your life, whether that's about love or it's about the career. But the obstacles and feeling as though you need to constantly course correct, although that is something that is good to do, it can have the opposite effect of discouraging you by making you feel like you're never getting anywhere, or like it's never working, or that it's not going to work, or like you'll just never finish. But being able to just finish it, being able to just get all the way through, and then work out the kinks after. You know, you guys can definitely not be afraid to write what they call in writing a shitty first draft. It's not gonna be pretty, but the finished product will be there, and then you can always go back, and it's much easier to add in and to work on it. So if there's something that you guys are on the fence about, if there's something that you guys are unsure about, or someone that you guys are unsure about, but your intuition is telling you something about that path, your intuition is telling you that you are adhering to that you are adhering to the greater part of that vision, go with it. Go with it so that you can secure it, so that you can finish it, and work together to bring things into alignment. It's undoubtedly a tricky act, I feel like, to have two complete and complex individuals come together, come into union. You guys have two separate lives that you guys are living. And there's a lot of accepting that I feel needs to be done on the path to union. But if you intuitively know that that person is the one, and the love is real, then there isn't anything that you guys can't work through, is there? And there isn't an understanding that can't be reached. I typically shuffle these until they fall out, but incidentally, this is the perfect card for you guys, so I'm just going to take it. And this says, I do not need to monitor my thoughts. This one says, rather than trying to monitor your thoughts, pay attention to how you are feeling. For if you choose a thought not in harmony with your broader intentions, you will feel the discord. And then you can redirect your thought to something that feels and therefore serves you better. Try not to get too caught up in your mind when it comes to manifesting. It's a very powerful tool, but it can also be your downfall if you let yourself pull the wool over your eyes about the progress that you guys have been making, or about the progress that you think you have been making. That road cuts both ways. But what's important here, and what this card is wanting you to do, is to adopt this Piscean energy, lean into your feelings and the way that you feel about what you have found, and the way that you feel about what you have been working on, or who you have been working with. That's going to tell you everything that you need to know in order to stick to the vision, to see something all the way through. And then you go and you edit. You edit and you fine-tune it. You fine-tune it with that vision that you have in mind. But you have to communicate, and you have to let yourself heal. There needs to be honesty here from all parties about intentions, because trust is something that I feel should not be. Trust is something that I feel that is a very valuable resource. Trust in yourself and trust in the people that you're dealing with. being able to see things from different perspectives, see things from, adopt a kind of foresight, see into the unknown almost. What's on the other side of whatever may be scaring you is a potential to achieve something that you have always wanted. As much as we would all love to know what all the correct steps are to take, that is impossible. There are some things that you will just have to feel your way through. And if you feel ardently that there is a time, that the time has come that X action needs to be taken in order to move forward to the next step, sometimes you just have to say fuck it and do it. All right, that was your reading for Libra season. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. Thanks so much for joining me here, and I will see you next month.